Hello everyone, and welcome to my Week 9 Philadelphia Eagles prediction. You gotta say, wow. We beat the crap out of the Cowgirls. That game was awesome. I was there going nuts. Can you believe that? 6 straight possessions we score? Wow, where did that come from, right? And can the Eagles really say now that they're turning around? This Week 9 matchup versus the Chicago Bears, they're coming to the link. The Philadelphia Eagles are 3-4. Chicago Bears are 4-3. At the link, 8:30 on Monday Night Football. Me and my rowdy friends, right? He's done. So, it's going to be a new song starting off. Let's go, baby. New song, new dance. Same old Eagles, right? Hopefully not. These Eagles are going to be a better team now. This is the turnaround we were talking about. I was a week late with the Buffalo game. Thought the streak was going to start then, but hey, next week I was 1 week wrong. Let's go. I guaranteed last week that it was going to be a 34-21 win, but I said 34. I was right about that one, but I wasn't right about the Cowgirls. I thought they were going to score more points, but they didn't. They almost had a goose egg until Kirk Coleman blew that little, kind of gave him that touchdown. Let's say we gave it to him. That 5 rings, okay, you got 5 rings. Hey, more power to you, but we got you last week, and that's all that matters to me, because what have you done lately? And Chicago Bears, our line is 8.5. It's a huge line. Chicago is 4-0 on Monday Night Football since 2008. I told you last week the Eagles love nationally televised games. I think they're like 8-1 since 2008. So, hey, let's do this, right? Eagles are 3-1 on Monday Night Football since 2008. Last meeting at the link was 1916 win in 2007, so don't even worry about that. But the last game we played against the Bears was last year, 31-26 victory for the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field in that crappy ass field. We kept slipping, but hey, we don't have that field now. We got Lincoln Financial. We're going to be flying on that field. The Eagles are going to be out and ready and hungry to tear the Bears up. What about last week real quick? Sunday Night Football, 34-7, scored 6 straight possessions, all huge clock-eating drives. 8 plays, 7 plays, 11 plays, 13 plays, 9 plays. Wow, they're big drives right there. 34-9 in the fourth quarter. Lesean McCoy had 30 carries, 185 yards. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Brent Selleck, hey, he's been revived. Brent Selleck is back. The past 2 games, he's been doing great. 7 receptions last week for 94 yards. Jason Avant, I know his comments kind of angry you. You know what I mean? It's like kind of them against the world. I understand what he's saying, but he's got to watch out with these Eagles fans, because Eagles fans are passionate. We love our team, and we will boo you guys because we're a middle class, kind of city. We're blue collar city. We work, we pay money to go to them games, and I understand we can boo if we want to. Jason Avant, you're a player. You play for, you play your dream. So shut your mouth and just produce. Oh, really? Don't talk about the fans, bro. Jeremy Maclin, too, had 3 receptions, 54 yards. Avant, 5 receptions for 74 yards. They combined for 128 yards and a touchdown. So that's good off our second slot receiver. Desean Jackson kind of got lost again, but hey, the thing about Desean Jackson is he takes the extra safety apart. So Maclin and Avant get in the middle, slot, and get them passes. So if it wasn't for Desean Jackson, these guys wouldn't be getting the balls they've been getting. So we got to thank Desean Jackson for being that shadow guy. So, linebacker Jamar Chaney, 6 solos last week. Jason Barron had 2 sacks. Trent Cole had a sack, and I think an assist too. And Trevor Lawrence had a sack. Great, You can't really ask for too much. Nnamdi Asomugha had an incredible interception, that diving interception. And Andy Reid, 13-0 after the bye. What else can you say? That's amazing. Like I said, too, DeMarco Murray, you'll be surprised if he get a third. He got 74 yards, a third of 256. Actually, it's 84, but hey, we're pretty close. I told you guys. Another thing, too, is Michael Vick, 279 yards passing, 2 TDs, and 7 carries for 50 yards. We have 495 total yards last week. Wow, So, but that's last week. And this cover 2 defense will come at us. They will blitz us. And Lance Briggs and Brian Urlacher are ready. They are a great defensive team. Jake Cutler's a streaky quarterback. He really doesn't have that much weapons besides Matt Forte that is an awesome all-purpose running back. He leads the league in running backs for receiving yards. I think he's 6th in the league in rushing. Lesean McCoy's 2nd. I mean, Lesean McCoy's having a great year, 754 yards. So you really can't bitch about that too much. But the Bears lead the all-time series 28-11-1. That's including the playoffs. Key performer for this week. I think Desean Jackson will have a big game this week. Look for him for a big play early. Get him in the game early. If you get Desean Jackson early, he will have a great game. Look for Desean Jackson to be a game breaker this week. Another thing too I want to talk about. The Man of Protectors Award was given to the league's top line every week. The Eagles got it this week. I know they gave up 4 sacks, but it really wasn't them giving up the 4 sacks. There were a lot of cover sacks and a lot of just straight blitzes. So it's not really up to the line. Man to man, DeMarcus Ware did not get a sack on Todd Herman's or Jason Peters. So they got the Man of Protectors League Award. This is the 50th Monday Night Football for the Monday Night Football appearance for the Eagles. Let's make it the best one. Defense. Last 25 possessions, the defense have allowed only 23 points, 515 yards, 1 TD, and 5 picks. In the first 58 possessions or something like that, I think it's 58 possessions, they allowed a whopping, in the first 84 possessions, that's what it is, they allowed a whopping 1,100 yards, 11 TDs, only 3 picks, and a passer rating of 105.3. Not good. Not good at all. But this is going to be a battle of the running backs. Matt Forte, 6th in the NFL, like I said. Lesean McCoy, 2nd in the NFL. This is a battle of the race horses. Let's see what horse can really get us to the gate and get us a victory. As I said, 672 yards, 2 TDs for Matt Forte. He's got 419 receiving yards and 38 catches. That's crazy. This guy's over 1,000 yards from the scrimmage. So, Lesean McCoy got 754 yards, 8 TDs. He's averaging 5 yards per catch, the most in the NFL. And he's got, he's doing all right. He's got 23 catches for 138 yards, 2 TDs. But he's got, total of 10 TDs overall. Great. That's most among NFL running backs. Second to Adrian Peterson. But this cover 2 defense will be ready to play. Linebacking core is one of the best. Michael Vick, has never beat the Bears, too. He's 0-3 as a starter. But he has torched them for rushing yards. He has 187 rushing yards, but no TDs. And he's 0-3 as a starter. His 76.2 passer rating. He's got 3 INTs, and he's endured 15 sacks by the Bears defense in his career. But Michael Vick is 4-1 as a starter on Monday Night Football. And the last Monday Night Football game was a 59-28 demolishing of the Redskins. So that's what I'm saying. Look for Desean Jackson early like they did in that game. LeSean McCoy passed Anthony Toney, Herschel Walker, and Bill Barnes to move 13th overall in the Eagles' rushing history. That's great, too. By the end of the season, he will be top 10 no matter what. He probably passed McNabb. McNabb's number 9, so he probably will be aiming for that, and hopefully aiming for Wilbur Montgomery's record of 1,517 yards in a single season. So let's see if he does that. The Eagles are 32-18-1 in November. That's the best mark for NFC team since 1999, since Andy Reid took over. 32-18-1. We win in November, December. We win. You know what I mean? In January, everybody knows the whole song and dance. But hey, in November, December, we do win the game. So this game will be huge. This game is huge. Let me say that. And my prediction for the 8.5 line, I would say go with the Eagles because they're giving 8.5 and they could win by 10. But I'm predicting 27-19 Eagles. 27-19. If you go by my line, they lose by half a point. And Vegas always gets that half a point. You know that. So 27-19 Eagles. Really have nothing else to say. I'm pumped from last week. I'm going to the Cardinals game next week. So let's make it 4-4. We're almost at 500, guys. This season still is on the brink of disaster, though, if we lose this game. 3-5 does not sound good. 4-4 sounds great. So let's see how the Eagles do. 27-19 Eagles. I bleed green. You bleed green. Everybody put their hats on. Desean Jackson, look for him to have a big game, baby. So let's see how we do it. I bleed green. Hey, 27-19. EAGLES Eagles. Woo!